Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Common Sense channel. If your first time here, please subscribe to the channel. And also hit the like button on the video and hit the like button on other videos. All right, this video here, I think I'm gonna call it One Night Stand Goes Wrong. Of course, they're going to talk about it, and I'm going to give my take on it. All right, let's begin.
Plaintiff Jerome Cooksey says he met the defendant at a motel and they had a one night stand. Jerome claims after they had sex, he took a shower, and when he came out, the defendant was gone, along with his laptop, jewelry, and car.
All right. Did y'all hear what the narrator said? Said he met someone, brought him to the hotel, and they had sex. He wouldn't have a shower, and when he came out, the stuff was gone. Um, Let me say this real quick before we continue. If you first meet someone and you break them to a motel, and well, especially if it's your motel room, you have sex with them, don't leave them and you don't know them. It's especially if your first time meeting them. My advice to you is if you're going to do that after you have sex with them, don't leave your personal belongings with them out of your sight. And if you are going to go take a shower or something like that, maybe ask them to leave or something like that. Wait till they're gone, because if not, something like this could possibly happen. And also, and some other stuff that the other things that can happen. But I'm not going to get into that right now. But I'll get into that later on as the video goes on. All right, let's continue.
Jerome is suing for the unpaid restitution. Defendant Ashley Logston says when she met Jerome, she was addicted to heroin. Ashley claims Jerome offered to pay her for sex, but she declined and she stole his property. Ashley says she does not owe and she's countersuing for defamation and harassment.
Start with you. I met Ashley in April of 2010. I was going through a split up with my girlfriend. I was staying at a motel. I met her in the vehicle. She was sleeping in the vehicle. I thought she was cute. She had a tooth missing, but
She had
a tooth missing. I seen her tooth was missing, but she
I
was
still look
cute.
good, anyway.
I said she was cute,
All
so I
right.
invited her in. We hung out that day. We had sex. I went and took a shower. When I came back, she was gone. My laptop was gone. My Gold Ranger was gone. My vehicle was gone. So
See, this is like I mentioned at the beginning part of the video. I would say again, this is one of the bad things that can end up happening when you have a one night stand with someone, especially someone you just met. You don't really know what they are and everything like that. But things could have been worse. But this is pretty bad. But like I said, could have been worse as well. All right. Anyway, let's continue.
I
Your
looked.
vehicle. She took
Yeah,
the
she
key.
took my vehicle as well. So I looked around to see what else was gone. She had left the cell phone. I picked the cell phone up to call the number to see whoever she had talked to last. I was going to tell him I'm sending the police after her. But the guy said, Ashley, bring me my phone. And I said, no. I said, this is Jerome. She just robbed me. He said, well, she robbed me. This is my phone.
She just robbed him.
Well, as you can see, we're laughing about it. It's kind of funny, a little funny, but on a serious note, this shows that things like this can happen. You meet someone, and next thing you know, before you know it, like you said, they she lost the phone. She robs him. She leaves the phone. He thinking it's her phone, calling her to see if she can bring the stuff back. Come to find out it's a phone that she took from someone else who she had robbed and schemed from. All right, but anyway, let's continue.
Yeah,
Two.
she robbed him last week. So I called the police and I made a police report. And so then after that, it was a year later, I got something from county attorney saying that she had agreed to pay
You
me.
prosecuted?
restitution. Yes, sir.
All right. She was apprehended and you prosecuted
Yes,
and
sir.
found guilty?
Yes, sir. She had left the cell phone. I picked the cell phone up to call the number to see whoever she had talked to last. I was going to tell him I'm sending the police after him. But the guy said, Ashley, bring me my phone. And I said, no. I said, this is Jerome. She just robbed me. He said, well, she robbed me. This is my phone.
She just robbed him,
Yeah,
too.
she robbed him last week.
Defendant Ashley Logston is accused of having a one-night stand with the plaintiff, but she insists she rejected the plaintiff after he offered to pay her for sex.
All right, let me hear from you, ma'am.
How you doing, Judge? So I met Jerome in the middle of an addiction. I first started out with Oxycontin, which led to heroin, which I've been clean since December 16, 2016 from everything. However, I was in my addiction, so I was offered sex from Jerome. He was going to pay me for sex. Well, we go to the hotel, and he gets in the shower before sex. So I chickened out, and I said, okay, well, instead of getting paid for sex, I'll just steal his stuff. Ooh, sorry.
Are
I
you a
would rather pay
crackhead?
her.
Are you a crackhead?
No, sir.
Oh.
Why do I look like one?
I mean, you coming here cursing. You're acting like a...
I apologize.
Okay.
I
Because you said it was just opioids. Opioids y'all use is
Yeah,
just nod. But crackheads, they be talking crazy.
I got that.
Oh, you...
Well, let me say this real quick. I wouldn't be surprised if she was on crack. She probably might have been doing crack as well, too, as well as opioids as well, too. And like I said, she seems like she doesn't have any pity or remorse for what she's done or what she did. And she lacks accountability like a lot of people do out here in the world today. You know, when they do something, instead of them taking responsibility or taking accountability for what they've done, they'll just, dismiss it. But, well, all right, anyway, let's continue.
You talk crazy. You coming here talking crazy. That's all. You said you were a dope fiend in the past. You're coming here talking crazy and cursing. That means you're a crackhead. There's something wrong with you.
No,
That's not
no,
normal
sir.
activity in a courtroom to come before a judge. You know that. You've been
I
before the
know.
judge, haven't you? Did you curse in that judge's courtroom?
No, sir.
Well, don't act like a crackhead here
Okay.
either. All right. Now go ahead. Tell me without cursing and disrespecting
I'm
me.
sorry. I apologize for
Mhm.
disrespecting your courtroom.
And let me say this real quick before she continues. Like I said, thank goodness Judge Mathis seems to be in a pretty good mood here, because I know sometimes when people say something wrong goes off, he has a tendency of going off on some people and stuff. So obviously he seems like he's in a pretty good mood today, and he's kind of showing some leniency here, and he's not really going off on her like I've seen him go off on some people. All right. Anyway, let's continue.
I was offered by Jerome to trade sex for money, so that's what I agreed to. We went to the hotel. He got into the shower. Instead of going and doing that, I stole his truck. I admit to doing that, which I was
But
charged.
the other
with.
guy before that, you had also ripped somebody
I
else?
absolutely was. I was in the middle of an addiction, so I was getting on anybody and everybody that
What
I
have you
could.
been doing since 2016, since your recovery?
I have served out my probation and pro.
I'm saying to help other people. Perhaps some of these people you
I
ripped
do
off.
Alcoholics Anonymous. I'm in a 12-step program.
I said help some of the other people. You're missing that. That's what a lot of
A
drug
12-step
addicts,
program,
recovering
that is-
drug addicts miss the whole point when you start asking,
But what I'm
what
saying,
have you
though-
done? Don't interrupt me. What have you done to help repair the lives that you've destroyed? That's what I'm talking about. I don't care about yourself. Good. Congratulations.
Okay.
We're glad you're clean.
All right, let me say this before the judge continues. Guys, let me say this. It's a little off subject here, but guys, you got to be careful when you first deal with someone, meet someone, you just don't know how they are. And when you get around them and you see how rude, how loud, and disrespectful they can be, that is a major red flag to really watch out for when you meet someone and they're acting like this lady here. I mean, some people, in most cases, most people got not only just men, but women. I mean, not only just women, but men too. They tend to put their, what they call it, their best foot forward in the beginning of a situation when they first meet someone. And then a lot of times as time goes on, they get to know each other. Then that's when the real deal or real them come out, and that's when they start showing this. But it seems like with her, she's showing you who she really is up front from the beginning. All right, let's continue.
Now, let's get back to all the people you've ripped off and robbed.
I have made amends.
What have you done?
I'm trying to make my amends is what I'm doing.
Okay.
I would have never came to the show if I didn't want to make my amends. However,
No, that's not true. You came here because you're being sued.
Keep interrupting you.
I can't interrupt you. I'm the judge.
You're not even
You have been to jail. You have been to prison. Don't come in here acting like you don't know how to behave.
And let me say this. You see, this is how I say you gotta be careful and watch out for, because the judge, she's in the judge's courtroom, and then the judge is trying to talk, and she's trying to interrupt the judge instead of her just sitting there and being quiet. She lacks self-discipline and self-control. See, these are things that we guys have to watch out for, and so as women, if you have a man or have men who does this, they continuously do the same thing. But a lot of times when it comes to with court cases and stuff, men usually try to act accordingly when they go before a judge, because they know that the judge can throw the book at them. But some women, a lot of times, like I said before in the past, there's no disrespect or just saying facts, that women are more emotional than men. You have men that are emotional too, but women tend to be more emotional than men. And a lot of times, sometimes a lot of women, not all women of course, but a lot of women would allow their emotions and to take over, and instead of using logic and thinking. A lot of times they let their emotions lead them, and not using their not using their logic and their brain. They lead with their emotions, and their emotions tend to take override their thinking and logic. All right. Anyway, let's continue.
In front of a judge telling me I keep interrupting you. You don't speak until I tell you to. Do you understand?
I do.
Good. Well, stop acting like the dope fiend that you were when you come before me. Did you act like this before the other judges? Did you tell that other judge who locked your behind up? Did you tell him you're not giving me a chance? Did you say you keep interrupting me, judge? Did you get in his courtroom cursing while you're looking at him and giving testimony? Did you do that?
Probably so, yes.
Yeah, all right. Well, in here, I'm not allowing it. I'm calling contempt. Your claim is dismissed, and yours is granted. Talk to the next judge.
Thank
like
you.
You got some sense. Bye.
And see, this is what I was saying, that she allowed her emotions. She allowed her emotions to get the best of her in this case here. And had she not gotten emotional, allow her emotions to get the best of her, maybe the judge might have gave her a lighter sentence. Maybe the judge might have even reduced her sentence, or reduced her claim, maybe, or maybe he might consider a counterclaim, and maybe divided it up that way. But she allowed her, like I said, her emotions and feelings to get the best of her, and now her claim is dismissed, and the plaintiff has won his case. All right, let's conclude here.
I apologize for taking your stuff. It was not right. However, what I was trying to say in there was that I've been completely served out. I did my time, so therefore I do not owe him restitution. Obviously, he's going to get his restitution now because he's been granted. But my time, I served my time in jail, so I don't owe anything.
But that has nothing to do with paying restitution.
It does,
You served your time, you did your time.
I would have never been let off parole if I didn't completely serve my sentence out. I have papers proving that I served my sentence out.
I've got papers proving
I would
that
have
you
never
didn't
been
pay
let off
restitution,
parole
though,
if
man.
I didn't serve my time out. That's all I got to say. Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Yeah. Well, that's the end of that. But let me say this real quick. Like I said, he won his case. He said thank you, and then he should have just walked away from there. He shouldn't be going back and forth. Like I said, I don't know if I said this before, but I'll say it to you guys. A lot of times with a situation, circumstance, things like this happens, it's best to, not to go back and forth and argue. Because I say a man argue with a woman is, to me, it's a waste of time, because 9 times out of 10 you're not going to win the argument with a woman. Women does argue better than we do. So you argue with a woman is pretty much, to me, in my opinion, it's a waste of time, and all it does for you is just stress you out. So, and not only that, as I was saying before, and I said before, and I was saying this here before we close the video out, is, guys, when you decide to get into a one night stand with someone, um, number one, make sure you use protection. Don't Make sure you have protected sex with that person, because being that you're just having a one night stand with that person, you don't know what that person has or may have. Because trust me, if they're having a one night stand with you, 9 times out of 10, it's a likely chance they didn't have a one night stand with other people, someone else, or other people as well too. And then number two, like I said, if you also have one night stand and you invite them either to your house or to a hotel, before you always keep in sight. And if you are going to go take a shower or something, at least have them leave out the apartment, your house, or the hotel, wherever you are having a one night stand with them, and lock the doors and everything so they can't come back in. And then you go take a shower and everything. So avoid something like this can happen. And then also be careful when you also have one night stand too. Sometimes you could be with a person and you can go to sleep, and while you sleep they can wake up and rob you and steal your stuff. And also, not only in that case, couple of worse, they can even also kill you as well too. They can go to shower, if they don't rob you, then they could poison you. Put something in your drink or something. You come out the shower, you drink it, fall asleep, and next thing you know, you poison. They can poison you, or they even kill you. So all I say is that, if you are going to participate in one night stands, but be careful. The same thing goes for you ladies too. If you're going to get into a one night stand, also be careful as well too, because a lot of bad things can happen to women as well when it comes to one night stands. All right, that's it on that. And like, comment, subscribe, share. Yeah, and to the next video. Y'all take care. God bless you all. And peace.